Okay, here I am, take two. I was going to do this right on another take. I got to start this machine. For those of you that are wondering where I am, all right, I'm in the torture chamber over here. I'm actually at the gym. I'm on the treadmill. Where am I? 2.8. Well, no, 2.9. All right. Here's what I wanted to talk to you guys about, which is really, really a cool notion. You know, this can really be related right to any musician, really, right? But, you know, since I'm a drummer of sorts and a keyboard player, you know, in the writings, an attempted mallet player, which I really never explored right to the level right that I wanted to, I want to make a sort of a statement in terms of specialization of style. I saw Joe Morello a couple of years back, many years back. I believe it was a long drum center that hosted his clinic. By the way, Jerry Ricci, Dennis Ricci, those guys are they have more drum clinics than any other organization, right, I think, right, that I know of, right, in New York. I mean, once in a while Sam Ash had something, but you wouldn't believe, right, how many drum clinics the Long Island Drum Center hosted. It was amazing. You know, they don't really do that anymore. And you know, when they used to do it, right, they used to book out, right. I remember the GAD clinic, right, they booked out, right, a whole high school auditorium. It was amazing. But anyway, getting back, right, to the Morello clinic, Joe said something, right, that really I never forgot. And, you know, I've heard other people say it, but, you know, a lot of motivation guys, right, I would say, but he said, right, that to specialize in everything in terms of playing is to fail. So in other words, right, you have to really decide when you're playing, you know, your instrument, what type of music, right, that you really want to specialize in. And work with that, you know. Now, it could be, right, more than one style. And it's always good, right, to learn how to play as many styles as possible so that you kind of create, like, a molding or a melting pot. So it's real cool in the beginning to play everything. I mean, when I first started, right, I played everything. You know, I played like the Chicago records, Emerson, Lake and Palmer records, Mahavishnu Orchestra records, Genesis records. But, you know, I noticed, right, that I was going in like more of a progressive direction. Didn't spend a lot of time, right, playing the Beatles records. Not the right that the Beatles and Ringo Starr wasn't a total genius, but that wasn't the kind of music that I really thought I wanted to play. I think that I wanted to be more of a soloist. Maybe not a soloist, right, but I like more progressive music. As I went along, I realized, right, that I probably wasn't going to be like Billy Cobham, all right? I never had the strength, definitely didn't have the chops. So I ended up, right, becoming more, right, I guess, of what you would call like a sophisticated big beat groove player. That's really, right, you know, the way that I play. So I like to use a lot of ideas in a lot of my sequences. If you guys look on YouTube, you'll see it, right, I'm kind of like rhythmically soloing. But I'm always playing rhythm. You know, I'm not, right, like, say, Buddy Rich, who actually plays. He does some solos, right, that are unbelievable. I do things like that, but it's a little bit different. So in any event, I guess, right, you know, as you go along, you want to really try to decide, right, on what kind of music you want to play, specialize in that, and then, you know, pursue that, you know. A lot of guys, right, who, you know, like, for example, I'll give you an example, right. I would never attempt to play a, you know, heavy metal band. Not the right that I don't respect those guys that play that way, but I don't hit hard enough, and I don't play double bass. In reference to double bass, all right, I remember I had one of those double pedals many years ago. Guys from the band, right, they bought me one. I think they wanted me to pursue double bass for like a heavier sound. And I remember playing on it, but everything that I did seemed to kind of, I don't know, it had already been done. So I figured that, right, I didn't have anything really too good to contribute with double bass. So I never played on it. And in those days, right, the double bass pedals weren't very good anyway. Today they're a lot better. But I knew right it wasn't something that, see, I felt right that by playing double bass, it would clutter up the drumming melodies that I play on, because I'm more like a melodic player. I play more on the drums, rather than the bass drum. So I decided right against that. And that was cool, that was like the direction I went in. So in any event, I'll give you another example of I never really enjoyed like country music, so I really didn't pursue that playing wise. Not that I wouldn't play country music, but so basically, I guess as a conclusion today, my style of that is really organized in the way that I play. I have a very distinct style. It's my own style. I don't really feel that I sound like anybody else now, though I did emulate a lot of drummers. So anyway, I don't know, what was I talking about? Yeah, so that's basically, I guess, the main notion. Decide right on what you want to play, how you want to play it, master that, and go in that direction, and you'll probably be more successful as a musician. Of course, study many different types of music, but in the end, decide right on what you want to do. I've developed my style more to the music that I'm pursuing now. I'm doing a lot of the Hot 7 things, playing to that music, developing that, looking to produce that eventually, and really put that on a big level. My music, you guys have heard my music. My music has like a lot of multifaceted odd time changes in it. I do like a lot of things, and my compositions are really, really long. And then I like playing the Kaz Rodriguez stuff, because his stuff got me back into drumming. When I returned to drumming after I had taken that break that I don't even want to talk about, I used Kaz's music to get back into shape. Really appreciate his stuff. If you go on YouTube and you type in Kaz Rodriguez, C-A-Z, you'll find these drumless tracks. They're very, very good. And I've run a couple of public access shows on them. You can catch those if you can find them. When I'm playing to his music, it's really, really fantastic. And and I'm real good at that. So I don't really play too much more. Don't play the records anymore. Used to, but don't really recommend that. So I've gotten real good at the things that I specialize in. I'm always working on getting better. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, man, practice. Anyway, talk to you guys on another segment. Hope you guys found this useful. Be really good, at a few things. Don't try to be good at everything, because you're never going to be able to master everything. I'll give you a little scenario just before I cut out. If I was going on an audition, and Peter Greco was going on an audition, and it was a big band, a big Latin band position, Peter would probably get the gig because of the fact that Peter has so much experience in reading those charts and playing with big bands. He can drive a big band. Unbelievable. Now, if Peter and I were, say, auditioning for, I don't know, Herbie Hancock, I wouldn't mind playing with him, chances are I'd probably be more qualified in the fact that my playing falls more into that style. Not that Peter couldn't cut that. Peter can cut anything, but it's what I have focused on. Kind of that big beat sort of funk sort of thing. So I'd probably get the gig. And I hope Peter wouldn't be too mad I said that. But that's really cool, because not everybody can specialize in a certain sound. You can be the most amazing drummer in the world and audition for a band, but if the chemistry isn't right and your style of what you created isn't right, it won't work. One last example. I'll never forget it when Bobby Rondinelli, who, by the way, I'm really totally proud of in what he's accomplished, when he got the gig at Rainbow. Richie Blackmore happened to be in a club that night. I don't know the exact story, but he happened to be in a club that night. I think rather it was Hammerheads, you know, when he happened to be in a club and he was looking for a drummer, and he heard Bobby, you know. And now Bobby played exactly in that style. He was perfect for the band, and Blackmore hired him. And when, you know, when Bobby made that record, I think it was Can't Happen Here. I don't know if that was the name of the record, but his drumming was so perfect for that style. Nobody would have been better than Bobby for that particular gig. And he got the gig, and he really, you know, it was really a really good thing to see him do that. I mean, he played all over the world. It was really, really great. Hey, Bobby, if you're out there, you gotta be kidding. You are great, man. Anyway, so that's the bottom line. And I'm sure, right, you know, Richie Blackmore might have thought of other drummers, right, but Bobby was perfect for that. And that's because Bobby had focused on that particular style of drumming. He's that powerhouse kind of drumming, you know, with the double bass and just everything he does. He's a really, really great drummer. I had a pleasure of teaching a couple of guys that studied with Bobby, and Bobby's a really good teacher too. So, anyway, my regards to Bobby. If you're out there, man, hope you're doing good. I know, right, Bobby's attended a lot of drum clinics I was at. The last time I saw Bobby was at, where was it? Oh yeah, it was at Sam Ash. But I remember right when me and Bobby were at the Bernard Purdy Clinic, and Bobby was asking some really good questions. Bobby's really smart. He's really very, very educated in drumming, and it was pretty cool seeing him. Though I'm not like really close friends with Bobby, but he's a really cool cat. Anyway, that's it for me. I'll see you at the party, Victor!